just got hit with something. Oh no, it's raining. Oh man, it's hella raining. Oh, I need to get my ass home now. All right, guys, welcome back to part number 2. I didn't really go over the range in part number 1. We had 10.42 miles on the bike, and the bike says 16 because I've been riding it before we started the video review. And we're sitting at 47.1 volts. The highest top speed on this bike was 34.29 miles an hour. Now, this bike can always go a little bit faster, but we haven't tuned it yet. We'll tune the bike one of these days, but today is not the day. Today, we check out this headlight. Now that the EM5 finally comes with a headlight, that's awesome. In 2025, they were. Maybe towards the very end of 2025, they were, but yeah, I didn't have one with a headlight, so it's nice we have it. And I wish, like the Pro, it had the connector for the back tail light, so you can like buy one and hook one up, you know, yourself and figure it out. This one does not have the extra connector to hook up a tail light. So we have to be a little careful on people seeing this because there is no light on the back whatsoever. And something we're doing on this video that I stopped doing for whatever reason. I used to ride these bikes back and forth to work. Now I'm not gonna take the bike to work because we're not gonna make it and I'd have to charge in between. But I brought my aftermarket light. And the aftermarket light is so we can see the difference from the one that Valtenzu gives us versus having an aftermarket one that you can pick up for about 40 or 50 bucks on Amazon, or in this case, I believe this one is from Electric. So the bike company Electric, they sell a headlight, and it actually performs very well. I love it because it charges with Type-C. It also has a USB port on there, so you can charge your phone as well if you have the cable. And it's just really convenient. It wraps around any type of circle object, so your handlebars, for example, and boom, you just hold it on. It has a bunch of different modes. It's not really to promote the headlight, but it's always nice to be able to see on the road. And that would have been perfect for the EM5 that didn't come with the headlight, but now we have one. It's awesome. So anyways, this is how this one looks. Let's go down that way where all the lights stop, and I want to show you guys how this one looks in a pitch black area. But first, let's wait for this car. Hurry up! All right, here we go, guys. Last light right here. This is all the Valtenzu light right here. All right. Very noticeable. I can even probably bump it up just a little bit. Not too high because it's gonna blind everybody, but that looks really good. And if I were to turn it off, which is just flick of the switch, boom, that's pretty nice. I like that. I still want it a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, that might be a little too high, but this bike goes really fast. I mean, over 30 miles an hour. You wanna be able to see far and not close. You wanna have enough time to brake. I feel like that sits pretty good right there. Now, for example, let's say, you know, you see this light and you're like, it doesn't look that good. All right, so if you have an aftermarket one, you can run them both together and you can see it kind of fills up the area a little bit. It definitely got brighter for sure. Now, if I want to run it all off the aftermarket headlight, and I'll link this down in the description so you guys can find it if you do like it. Let's turn off the stock headlight. And there we go. So that's the aftermarket one. Now you can tell that the stock one is actually really bright in the center, but this kind of fills up and it's kind of like, I don't know how you'd say it. It just lights up a lot more, but it's not as bright. So I highly suggest leaving that one on and getting an aftermarket one. You don't have to. You can always get those light bars as well. I'll link those down in the description. I really like them. They're about 40 or 45 bucks. They're not as easy to remove and like put on like this one is. Because again, this one just wraps around, you take it off and you can go charge it. The other one is a kind of finicky, the way you're gonna have to put it on. It uses 2 brackets and then you have to charge it. Sometimes you can't even take it off, so you have to bring a portable charger next to it or a long USB cable. So I like this one better than the other one. Not for light output, for just portability. All right, so now that we have talked about that and got all that out of the way, this headlight, I'll just leave it on for the time being and I'll show you guys how these look off of the bike when I get to a more safer area to pull over. But I gotta say, I'm gonna give this headlight, I'd say a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I just wish it was a little bit wider. It's definitely real bright and straight. It just needs to be wider, that's all. And holy crap, did I just notice like a huge power dip right there. Now I'm still doing 32 miles an hour and we're putting more miles on this bike. We've already done 2 miles so far. I'm down to 41.8 volts. We're in mode 3, by the way. We have 1 battery bar left. It hasn't started flashing yet, but it still shows that it's green so far. I really do like that Valtenzu has a voltage on here because that's really important to know how far you can go on your bike. Battery bars just don't do it anymore, man. You just don't understand like where your bike's at. You get a general idea, but sometimes those are just all over the place on where they put them on the tuning of the software on the controller. Sometimes they can make it so 40 volts is like dead, or 40 volts is probably have 2 battery bars left, and you're like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be right, that's almost dead. So it's stuff like that, you know. I like just knowing voltage. Now here's where I want you guys to jump in on this video. So I need your guys' opinion, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the group pages, and I do read the comments on group pages. I just don't chime in as much as I do because I'm too busy. But I want to know what the difference on what you guys think, if you guys should get the EM5 Pro or the non-Pro. Is the $400 or $450 worth it? That's what I personally want to know for you guys. Like, I think the way I presented it in the very first video, this is the fun bike. This is the one where, I mean, it just turns on a dime, and it will turn better if you have supermotos on it. My other one has supermotos, and I mean, that thing is just a blast to ride around. It's absolutely like just the funnest thing. The Pro one is really, really, really solid for off-road because it has the bigger tires on it, but you can put bigger tires on this one too. But does the $400 justify you going and getting, it's taller with the bigger rims and tires and stuff like that. It has slightly beefier suspension in the front. You have a bigger brake rotor in the front. The seats feel pretty much the same. The swing arm is longer in the back, so it is a longer bike overall than this one. But I'll say that that one doesn't handle as good as this one, but it definitely goes over a lot of crap, man. You can jump up these curbs a lot easier with bigger wheels. So I'm just curious, because I'm kind of torn. I honestly think I like this one more because it's more compact and just more maneuverable, and it's fun. It's absolutely a blast when you put 12-inch supermotos on it. But I'm conflicted because it's not that much money to get a whole entire different bike with 60 volt. And 60 volt is absolutely awesome. But if you're also going to be replacing everything, then is 60 volt worth it? Yeah, you can sell the battery and all that kind of stuff, but I'll tell you right now, I've been trying to sell the RTR light battery for like 350 bucks and no one wants to buy it. And that's a 60 volt battery. It's a way better battery than what Valtenzu would put in one of these things, and for some reason I just can't sell it. So you trying to get that extra $400 back by selling the 60 volt battery, I just don't see it being possible. Maybe 200 bucks, maybe 250 if you're lucky, but I guess if you look at it in that aspect, then only paying an extra 200 or 250 bucks isn't that bad. And you know what, I don't think we're gonna be out here long, guys, because the bike's going slower and slower, and I wanna start backtracking to the house. I haven't even went that far. I've been noticing on a lot of these night videos that we haven't been having a lot of time to ride at night because these batteries just die. Like, I don't know if I'm just riding more during the day, but the simple fact that we have went, how many miles? 4 miles today? Added on to like the 10 point something we had, we're almost like at 15 miles. This is 14 to 15, and it's dying. It's really, really dying. The original EM5 was good for about 18 to 20 miles, but this one having a headlight, it's actually gonna kill your battery just a little bit more. You might lose maybe a mile max with having this headlight on, but I mean, that's still a mile at the end of the day. All right, let's go this way. There's a car back here, but they're going pretty slow, so we're gonna go this way. They might be following me. I don't know, they're turning here too. Hopefully they don't hit me. No tail light on the back. I still gotta pull over for you guys. I need to show you guys the headlight. I seriously think what we're gonna do from here on out, I read your guys' comments, and I think for sure we're gonna start putting the night video mixed in with the first part of the video, just because I think it's gonna make it easier for everybody to watch the whole entire video instead of having to come back and watch the second video. Unless the company wants me to make a second video, then I'm gonna have to separate them. So to just look out in the future that the night videos might be included at the end of the review video. So if you guys wanna watch the review video with all this information that you're seeing right now, you'll get them in one video. You guys asked for it, all right? So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tip my best, and we'll see what happens. Oh, okay. That car pulled off. We're good to go. Let me pull over here somewhere and show you guys the lights. I'm gonna have to go over here where it's sometimes kind of busy on the sidewalk. There's always like people walking, so hopefully no one bugs me. This is full throttle, by the way. This is full throttle. That's crazy. I mean, realistically, the way the bike is dying and what I'm noticing, we'll probably get about 17 to 18 miles on this thing, but comfortably, I don't like going that slow. So anyways, let me show you guys both the lights in the front so you guys get an idea. All right, so that's both of those. And then after I'm blinded, let me see if I can turn this one off. Oh God, turn off. There we go. All right, so this is just with that light on there right there. It's the same headlight we've actually seen on tons of these bikes lately, so I'm not really impressed by it. It's just a standard light. The Surons had these back in, what, 2020. Pretty cool like headlight though. I mean, it works. It does the job. It doesn't have the clear little film. Like sometimes they have glass in front of them, but this one doesn't, just open. And of course, if I stand behind the bike, you can't see anything. If you guys want to see how this headlight looks from behind the bike instead of me riding it, there you go. You can see that. It's not bad. We just need something in the back because I can't see anything and no one else is going to see me. So that's a little sketchy. And that's full throttle. That's as fast as we can go now because this thing is pretty much dead. This thing is literally dying. Oh my God, yeah. We're just going to call it, man. These night videos are getting shorter and shorter, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll definitely update you guys when we get to the house. This is just funny. It's flashing now. The battery bars are flashing. This is probably when you want to make sure you're probably a mile away from the house. 2 miles, you might be pushing it. Anything over that, oh, I hate water. Anything over that, good luck to you. This is full throttle. This isn't even really safe to go across the road right now. I feel like it's gonna cut out at 40 volts. I believe this thing could go down to 38 volts, but I believe the programming on this thing, I bet you it cuts power at 40 volts because we're not doing anything. This is full throttle, full throttle. Oh my God, I need to make it home. I'm just right around the corner. I'll update you guys when I get there if I make it. All right, there we have it, guys. We're back with the bright red EM5. Love the look of this thing. It's just like the IN10 now. I love the graphic design on it. Hopefully they make the one in like the yellowish green because that would be sick as well. And I want that one too. I don't know why I want so many EM5s. I just absolutely love these bikes. So anyways, we did 4.9 miles in today's video. We did 15.31 miles. So I think you're only going to get 16 to 17 miles on this thing. And realistically, the way I was riding, I don't think I'm even going to reach 16. I think it's going to be very, very close because this thing was barely chucking along at 9 miles an hour on the way to my house. I barely feel like I made it. We are sitting, though, at 41.5 volts, and we do have one battery bar left, but that wasn't fun at all. And also, if you guys didn't see the video review, oh, dang, I shouldn't do that. It's pretty late right now. But it does have a real horn. So the horn is tucked in under here. It's something they listened to me on the very first video review that we did. So I'm glad they listened because having a real horn is absolutely awesome. One of my first bikes, the Super 73, which is sitting over there, the RX, it came with an actual horn. And I think it's set like right in the back right here. And I thought that was just something common. And then they started coming out with little speaker horns that were in the back of the headlight, were garbage. I hated those things, but anyways, long story short, guys, hopefully you guys like this video. You guys are the true MVPs. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm putting the EM22 back to stock, and I'm going to be selling it. We're going to get rid of that thing hopefully soon. We're going to be selling the Leon X bike. I don't know what I'm going to do with this bike yet. We got the Frigo sitting over here. We have another bike over here, and then I have this one, the Andioki, and I have the Aerial Rider. And we have 2 more bikes, maybe even 3 coming in the next week. So we're really busy. So stay tuned, subscribe if you guys want to see real content, real reviews, real rides. I don't want to make anything up. I don't want to push you guys to buy these things. I'm just going to tell you if they're awesome or not and what it is to really ride these things, POV style, and I just have fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.